Welcome. First of all, welcome. This is Unsolicited Perspectives. I'm Bruce Anthony, your host, here to lead the conversation in important events and topics that are shaping today's society. Join the conversation and follow us wherever you get your audio podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to get our video podcast. Like, comment, rate, share. Share with your friends, share with your family, hell, even share with your enemies. On today's episode, it's not quite the sibling happy hour, but Jay Andrea, my sister, is here with us today. We're going to be talking a little bit about the sibling Christmas, not the Christmas sibling, but I guess it could be the siblings Christmas sibling. Other interesting topics and a little bit of dilly-dallying. That's enough of this intro. Let's get to the show. What up, sis?
What up, brother?
Sitting up here struggling.
You got it in one take. Was it perfect? No. But listen, we just came off vacation, y'all. Like, just deal with it.
Right. Like, we just got off vacation. And we're actually filming New Year's Day because I told everybody we was going to do a show for Tuesday. And we did not record any content when I was down there in Atlanta.
No, we didn't.
So we had to record it on New Year's Day. I did not go out and party, but I am groggy this morning from a little bit of alcohol poisoning.
I just been eating so badly that I woke up and I texted you, I was like, my stomach sound like boots in a dryer. Like,
no, you said it sounded like Timbs in the dryer.
Yes. And my stomach sound like Timbs in a dryer. Like, it's just I mean, it's bad. So, but I'm here. I'm here because, you're here for the love of it.
For the love of podcasting. When I was down there for those 3 days, I told you on the last day before I left, I was like, I just want to go home and eat some salmon and salad because we had been eating bad that entire time. My stomach couldn't take it. But I discovered Imodium. You introduced me to Imodium. That helped out a great deal.
Yes. It's amazing what modern medicine can do.
Right. But I had a really good time kicking it with you down south in Atlanta. Now, I don't want to say too much about Atlanta because I didn't visit any of my friends down there in Atlanta, but I was there for like it was a quick trip. I got there Christmas Eve. I left the day after Christmas.
Right. It was a quick turnaround. It was a siblings Christmas. So if anybody is like, why didn't I see Bruce? Listen, it was a siblings Christmas. Get over it.
Get over it. Like, we had family down there that was like, hey, I'm going to stop by. Siblings Christmas. It was just Christmas. The three of us.
Yeah.
And me and you in particular, partied our asses off.
Yeah. And I mean, just had a good time. Like, it was just a good visit. It had been a while since you've been down there. I think the last time you've been down here was like 2019.
It was right before it was the summer before the pandemic. Yeah.
You came down for my birthday. That was right. And then, we see each other in passing when I come home, but just to have like quality sibling time. Of course, we do the show.
Yeah, but for those people out there, and I made an edict probably around halfway of doing these shows. And I was like, me and you couldn't talk on the phone no more. Because every time we would talk on the phone, I was like, this is show. Hell, when I was down there, just our conversation, I was like, this is show. It would have been after hours, uncensored.
It would have,
but I was like, this is show. So we still talk. We used to talk. We still talk.
Right.
But just not as much as we used to because we're doing this show all the time. So it was dope just to do, just to kick it.
Yeah, we do the normal sibling things where we exchange memes back and forth on social media.
Well, so I do. You kind of do.
I do. If I come across something that I think will be funny, then I'll send it. If I'm not sure, if I'm on the fence, I won't send it.
Most of the time, it's a one-sided conversation. It's me sending you a bunch of memes, and you just like...
I gotta really believe in the meme I'm sending. I don't just be like, oh, that made me chuckle. Let me share this with somebody. I gotta really believe in it. And be like, this is part... Because to me, sending your memes, like, that's part of your brand. Like
okay.
Like, it's a representation of my humor.
Uh-huh.
And so I really want to come correct or I don't send it at all. So that's how. So if you get something from me, I truly laughed at it and I
Oh,
really wanted to share it.
well, every time I send something, it's something I truly laugh at. I be hollering
Yeah, but you
when
laugh
I'm.
at everything.
That's not true. I just find humor in just about everything.
Yeah, you laugh at everything.
No,
You
I
laughing
don't.
right now. We didn't even say nothing funny.
What? That's what's funny. The fact that you said I laugh at everything. It's like I don't laugh at everything. And there's a difference between laughing, chuckling, and smiling. I'm just
Right.
about always smiling, except for the last 2 days. My clients have been catching hell because I
Yeah.
haven't had a Bruce fun day.
Right.
Yesterday was the first time in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So they were just like, yeah, it does seem like you need to have you some time. It's like, can you take a break now? Because you're killing us. Because for those people that don't know, I worked Saturday, had brunch with dad,
Yeah.
had dinner with mom,
Yeah.
woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning to catch my 6:30 flight. By the way, shout out to Spirit Airlines because it gets a bad rap, but I had a smooth ride. It was smooth sailing.
It gets
From
the rep it
checkout to
deserves.
no, from check-in to checkout, I didn't have a problem. Not at all. Now my Delta flight,
You the one only person.
well, no, because I've flown Spirit probably in like 16, 17. When they first were established. And I've never had an issue with them. I tell you, an airline that truly sucks is American Airline because they cancel just about every flight. I'm like, y'all just don't want to work today.
American is just bad. I've taken several American flights and they were always delayed.
Always. Or canceled.
Luckily, I've never had a flight cancel. Knock on wood. But yeah.
My client told me, a friend of mine told me her boyfriend was flying American from Hilton Head to DCA, right? So from South Carolina to DC, it's a short flight.
Yeah.
But he was catching an early morning flight and they canceled it. And basically the customer service said, yeah, basically the crew didn't come in. I'm
That's
like, wait
crazy.
a minute, what? They're like, this is a common occurrence for early morning American flights. The crews just don't come in. I'm like, yo, y'all need to do a better job at background checking and hiring folks because this is ridiculous.
That's nuts. How the whole crew just be like, yeah, we're not getting up.
And was it the crew? Was the captains and pilots associated? Is it all, or was it just
everyone?
what was it? Like the baggage handlers didn't come in either. Like, tell me exactly who didn't come in.
That's insane.
Right. So American.
It wasn't a strike. Nothing.
No
just
strike
wouldn't
or
get
nothing.
up.
They just say this is a common occurrence for American Airlines. Is that the early morning flights, the crew just don't be coming in.
Well, how was your Delta flight going home?
Okay.
I personally love Delta. Of course, I live in Atlanta. It's a Delta hub. I mean, it's the Delta home.
Right. So, it is Delta home.
You know.
I'm going to tell you, there is a difference between riding Delta and Spirit. Spirit is like regular Uber and Delta is like Uber Black.
Right.
Right. So there's a lot more luxury. I couldn't get my Wi-Fi to work, but at least it was free Wi-Fi. I watched television. I watched Dexter. I watched an episode of Dexter and Curb Your Enthusiasm. Flight was going great. We hit a little turbulence, got a little shaky.
That's weather. That's nothing you can do.
It's something you can't do that.
Right.
It's been raining in DC for the last 17 weeks. So we're flying into DCA that's national. I don't call it the other name, which is Reagan. No, we don't call it Reagan. Reagan is the devil. National. So we're flying in. We're descending, right? The nose of the plane is pointed down. We're descending.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden it spikes and shoots up, right? So the nose of the plane goes from descending to ascending, like abruptly, like you feel it like a roller coaster. I'm like, what the hell? and then the captain, after a little while, comes on and he says, the plane in front of us was descending at a lower speed than was expected. And we had to come back up real quick. We're going to circle around the airport and go back down. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, then he can't help that either.
And then he threw the air traffic controller under the bus. And he was like, yeah, we're going to have to talk to the air traffic controller because this is unacceptable. I was like, okay, you didn't have to throw nobody under the bus.
No, because this person's No, they should have timed that better. That is the air traffic controller's fault.
All right, but okay, and I can't call out the pilot too much because when I was a server back in the day, I was notorious for throwing the kitchen under the bus anytime something was wrong with the food. So okay, the pilot throws the air traffic controller under the bus, right? We circle back around. We're descending again. We're getting ready to land. That landing was bumpy as hell. I'm talking about as we touch the runway, the plane is bouncing up and down like we're in a lowrider. And I'm like, you know what? I don't think it was the air traffic controller's fault. I think the pilot is just not good.
No. I think that if the pilot had been able to land that first time, it'd have been nice and smooth. But because he had to circle around, he got thrown off and things. He was probably yelling at air traffic control, and then the landing didn't come in the way it was supposed to. So and then he's like, now you done now again, this is attack on my brand. Like now you done now this is my reputation here. I'm a good pilot. And you done got me jacked up.
Yeah, well, I don't know if he was a good pilot. That landing was rough. But I got there, got home, safe and sound, immediately went to bed, but my bed the room wasn't the same. And ladies and gentlemen, the reason why the room wasn't the same is because of the gift that my sister got me. Y'all know I told y'all about the industrial fan that I tried to steal from my apartment building.
Yes.
And they went in my closet and took it out. I'm still hot at the maintenance man did that.
It belongs to the building, so you had no right to steal it. You can't get mad if they steal back the thing you stole.
They didn't have to go into my personal stuff. But my sister got me the industrial fan, and I slept Christmas night into the next day morning with my fan. Now it's being shipped. You say it's supposed to arrive here tomorrow.
Yes.
So I got one more night of non-restful sleep before I get my super sound machine that's an industrial fan, the dry carpet.
And when you turned it on, I immediately got it because I was like, that sounds soothing as hell. Yes. It really, really did sound very soothing. It was like the perfect white noise machine. It was loud. It was fantastic. And you get a little breeze from it. Like
not a little breeze. You get a mega breeze. It's a breeze.
It's a breeze. Yeah.
One of the exits to my balcony, not to show off to ladies and gentlemen, but one of the exits to my balcony.
You love showing off. That's your favorite thing.
Well, I don't really know if that's the truth. But one of the exits to my balcony is from the bedroom. So literally I got the sliding glass doors. I can open up the bedroom, waking up to birds singing, the sun in and everything. Right. The problem is that the blinds are a little loose. So that my super sound machine has to be pointed away from the blinds.
Right.
So that it doesn't blow the blinds and make an additional noise that noise of which is annoying.
Yes.
Yeah. But no, I love my gift. I was agitated that me and our brother didn't coordinate our gift getting because we essentially got you the same gift.
It's fine. I asked for gloves with the E-tip, and I got 4 pair. So that's... But they're all like different colors, so they can coordinate with my outfits. So it's 100% fine.
Got to coordinate.
You got to coordinate. Got to coordinate. Speaking of which, coordinate. Christmas Day was all my favorite Christmas movies, which happened to be Eddie Murphy movies, because Eddie Murphy always has some sort of Christmas blockbuster out. A lot of his movies occur at Christmas time.
Okay. Okay, let's run down what we watched. There was one, I didn't even watch that one that you watched. It's the newest one that's out.
Candy Cane Lane.
Which was funny.
It was funny.
But don't listen to us, guys. We think everything that Eddie Murphy does is
literally
funny.
The moment I see him, I bust out laughing. He hasn't even said anything.
No, he just is hilarious to us.
He has a direct line to my funny bone. Direct.
So I watched parts of it because I wanted to work out that morning. Candy Cane Lane.
Yes.
And then we watched, what was the next one that we watched? Trading Places.
Trading Places, which of course, Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie. It is. Okay, that takes place during Christmas time.
Yes.
And then we watched Boomerang.
Also took place at Christmas time.
Did it?
Yes, remember they had the Thanksgiving dinner, and then it happened at the holidays.
Okay, all right.
Gerard's parents came over. That was
They did. You're
Thanksgiving,
right. It was
and
Christmas,
it
but they didn't
and it
really.
ro-
They didn't really do. There wasn't really any Christmas themes
but
in that movie.
but what I noticed was a lot of his movies will occur at the holiday time.
Okay, and then we watched Harlem Nights, and that didn't have any holiday themes in it.
But it still was like felt like it was wintertime.
No,
That didn't feel like a summer movie.
Well, okay, they was fighting in the alley
Yeah.
with their clothes, but he took his jacket off, so it wasn't wintertime, and it's Harlem. Okay, so it definitely wasn't. He wasn't taking off his suit jacket to fight in the alley if it's wintertime in New York.
I don't care. Harlem Nights is a Christmas movie.
Okay, I think Harlem Nights is a bit of a stretch. More importantly, we was watching Eddie Murphy movies, dying the entire time because we like Eddie Murphy.
Yes. And then tragedy struck.
Oh God, yes. We can't. This is the only thing that interrupted my peaceful sleep from my super sound machine.
Yes.
You could go ahead and tell that story about what happened.
So it's the day after Christmas, probably about 6:37 in the morning, and a bomb goes off. It was the loudest thing. I mean, scared the dog. I popped out of bed. It sounded like a bomb went off.
Yeah, let's clarify that because you said a bomb went off. A bomb technically didn't go off.
No.
It sounded like a bomb went off.
Yes. So I come rushing out the room. We all come rushing out the room pretty much the same time.
Well, like, I'm gonna throw our brother under the bus because I came out the room. I was in the hallway first, and I was banging on your door because I was like, it came from your room. So I was like, did you go to the bathroom and fall? Did Vrony fall or something like that? What happened? So I'm knocking on your door. Our brother comes out way after when we're in the hallway because you said, did he sleep through that?
That's like, true. Okay, I forgot about that. Yes.
He's like, where is he?
How did he sleep through that? Because it sounded like a bomb went off. And then it took me a second because at first I thought somebody had fell or something. I didn't know what happened. But it sounded too loud for somebody to have fallen.
First of all, yeah, if somebody had fell, it would have been Shaq, Andre the Giant, and Yokozuna wrapped up in one person. And they must have fell from 50 feet in the air.
Right.
We're just awakened,
yes.
From this startling sound.
Yes.
And it's like, what the hell is going on?
And then that's when I realized something hit the roof.
Yeah.
And it was still dark outside, but we could tell a tree from my backyard had fallen onto the house, onto my bedroom. Mm-hmm. Luckily, it did not come. It did go through the roof, but it didn't come into the room, luckily.
Oh, so it did. So when you had the people come out, they went up to the attic and it did go through the roof?
Yes. Well, they just standing on the roof, getting the tree off the roof. You could see all the puncture holes where it went through the roof. Damaged the whole side of the house pretty much. And so then we got up the next day and that's when I saw it was a tree that I was worried about. I've been worried about this tree. And my lawn guy was like, yeah, you got to take that tree down. And it was stormed all Christmas Day. Mm-hmm. It was like a bad storm all Christmas Day here in Atlanta. And that was just enough to soften the ground. And it came up, roots and all, crashed right onto my room.
And ladies and gentlemen, this wasn't no small tree. Now, to me, it felt like it was 300 feet tall. It was probably 100 feet tall.
Yeah.
Maybe $150. And it was thick.
Yeah.
It wasn't a solid oak tree, but it's thick. Like
it was a tree, y'all.
It was a tree. It was a thick tree.
Yes.
So when I saw it pulled out from under the ground, I was like, did a tornado come through? What the hell happened? It was just loose ground.
It was loose ground. It had been storming really bad all day. And the ground loosened up enough that sucker came right down. And if it had just like literally a foot, it would have missed the whole house, but nope, came right down on the house.
Well, if it went to a foot, would it have hit your neighbor's house?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. I don't think it was that big that it would have hit the neighbor's house.
Anyway, that was a trip. I was
scared the hell out of us.
Yeah.
Scared the hell out of us.
Scared the hell out of us.
But things come in threes. So my car's in the shop. That's one.
Yeah, because we was carless the whole time in Atlanta, and you don't live nowhere close to anything.
Yes, I do.
Besides Church's Chicken.
They closed that Church's down. They
I
closed
know.
the church.
I was pissed off when I heard about it.
We ended up getting Korean fried chicken, and it was delicious.
We did. And it was delicious. Hey there, podcast listeners. It's Bruce Anthony here, and welcome to another episode of Unsolicited Perspectives. Today, I want to talk to you about something that's been on my mind lately, the importance of staying hydrated and taking care of ourselves. Whether it's prioritizing our health and wellness, or gearing up for festival seasons, or just gearing up for whatever season or time of year, there's one brand that's been my go-to for all things hydration, Liquid IV. Speaking of health and wellness, let's dive into how Liquid IV can fuel your well-being. Imagine starting your day off right, feeling refreshed and energized. Liquid IV Hydration Multiplier is the missing piece in your daily routine. With just one stick, you get 5 essential vitamins and 2 times faster hydration than water alone. It's perfect for those early mornings, pre-workout boosts, moments when you're just feeling run down, or even after a late night or long flights. I absolutely love how convenient Liquid IV is. The packaging makes it easy to bring with me wherever I go. And let me tell you, it's become a vital daily part of my routine. The flavors, let me tell you something, they're incredible. From refreshing sea berry and strawberry lemonade to classics like lemon lime and watermelon, there's a flavor for every preference. It's like a burst of hydration with a hint of deliciousness. Picture this. 1 stick of Liquid IV mixed in 16 ounces of water, hydrating you 2 times faster and more efficient than water alone. And with 12 mouth-watering flavors, you'll never get bored with your hydration routine. Plus, Liquid IV is packed with 5 essential vitamins: B3, B5, B6, B12, and of course, vitamin C. It's also made with premium ingredients, non-GMO, free of gluten, dairy, and soy. This is hydration at its finest. But it doesn't stop there. Liquid IV believes that access to clean and abundant water is the foundation of a healthier world. That's why they partner with leading organizations, finding innovative solutions to help communities protect both their water and their futures. It's incredible to know that Liquid IV has already donated over 39 million servings in 50 plus countries around the world. They truly walk the talk. Get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use code UNSOLICITED at checkout. That's 20% off anything you order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code UNSOLICITED at liquidiv.com. Remember, folks, taking care of ourselves should always be a priority. So why wait? Head over to liquidiv.com, pick your favorite flavors, and experience hydration like never before. Stay refreshed, stay hydrated, and keep rocking those unsolicited perspectives.
Y'all, what we ate on Christmas Day?
Oh God!
Wow!
And everybody that's listening to this episode, number one, we didn't say at the top, this is a 99th episode.
Yes.
Our 100th episode will be released on this week, Friday, January the 5th. Is it January the 5th? Yeah, January the 5th, this Friday, will be our 100th episode. And y'all know back in the day when TV shows would advertise the 100th episode, that typically then the 99th episode would be the best of. Yeah, this is just the best of episode. Y'all just getting a disjointed, entire dilly-daddling. Yeah. But hopefully you enjoy it because we talking about our lives and a lot of y'all like our lives. And we'll get into a call to action of what our 100th episode will be at the end of this episode. But yeah, going back to everything that we ate, not just on Christmas Day, the entire trip. That's the reason why I was like, I just want to go home and eat some salmon and a salad. I just want to eat healthy.
Did you just pronounce the L in salmon?
I did.
That L is silent. Oh, no.
I like saying salmon.
I hate it.
You say salmonella?
Are you saying it on purpose?
Yes.
I do say salmonella. You know what? Okay, I'm going to give you that. Because that's true. We say salmonella, but we don't say salmon.
Yeah, the American language is
very difficult to learn.
Yes,
very difficult to learn.
So let's run down everything. That we had that weekend. So I fly in. I get to your place before 9. Yeah, I think I got there before 9. We just dilly daddling, hanging out. I had to take a shower because I had to rinse off the airplane.
Yes.
And then we go to brunch. What was the name of the place that we went to?
Good question.
Yeah, I don't remember. Anyway, it was our brother's idea because he used to go to that place.
Snooze.
Snooze. Okay.
Yes.
Snooze in Atlanta. I highly recommend it.
Delicious.
Delicious food. And it was funny because our server, all three, I knew it as soon as I saw the server. And then you and our brother said something. And the server did remind us of my ex-wife.
Yes,
like the Atlanta
very much
version.
so.
She had a resemblance, but she didn't really look like her.
The vibe was the same.
The vibe was absolutely the same.
Yeah.
Service was slow, but I think that she was one of two servers taking care of the entire restaurant.
It really felt like she was the only one, and then everybody else was just running food.
Yes, that's what it really felt like. But you got, what type of pancakes did you get?
I got the strawberry shortcake pancakes.
They looked delicious.
They were delicious. I finally finished them.
Jesus, it was a week ago.
Yeah, I finally finished them because it takes me a while to eat food. As everybody knows, I only have a 4-ounce stomach. So it takes me a while, but they were very delicious. I always feel so awkward when I go out to eat now because I really take maybe 4 bites of my food and that's it. Even when I really enjoy it, I was like, I can't eat more than that. So I always feel like the need to explain to the server, no, I loved everything. I just can't eat it.
Right.
So please, can I have a box? There was nothing wrong. This is just the most I can eat.
For me, the food, I just got a breakfast burrito because you know me, I'm a picky eater. As my best friend would say, I'm a chicken finger eating bitch. I'm simple, but I discovered they had a special drink called the Pala Mimosa, and it's champagne and tequila, my 2 favorite things. Elderflower liqueur and grapefruit. Now, I don't like grapefruit, so I just switched that out to cranberry. And I was like, oh, this is delicious. This is so delightful. I wanted another one, but it took us 35 minutes just to get that. Yeah. And so I was like, I'll just recreate it. And I don't remember what our brother got.
He got the avocado toast. That's his go-to. Okay. Yeah.
And then we didn't have dinner, but we did have dinner. Because we went out, me and you went out to the bar that night and got drunk. I don't
remember how many drinks I had, but I was drunk.
Yeah, we was drunk. We was drunk because I started drinking before we even went to brunch. And we went to brunch probably around 11 or 12. And I was just like, well, I'm on vacation. Might as well just start drinking. Because I went through all of your tequila. You have no more tequila left.
It's fine.
And so what place did we go out to?
It's a restaurant called Five Church. And they had in Midtown Atlanta. Shout out to Five Church. I love that place. And they had a rooftop holiday bar. It was just like, there's a lot of holiday pop-ups in Atlanta, different restaurants. So it'll be like all decked out and they'll have like holiday themed drinks and things like that. And so they had something, I can't remember what I was drinking, but it was delicious. And I kept having more of them. I don't remember how many I had. I don't.
I'm going to say that we both had somewhere between 7 and 8 drinks.
Yeah. Because I truly lost count.
Yeah, no, I'm going to say that it was somewhere between 7 and 8 drinks.
And we started on the balcony. They had a nice fire pit. We were chilling on a little couch in the fire pit and drinking and having a good time. And then it got a little chilly. We moved inside. We had to.
Well, it started raining.
That was it.
It started raining.
That was the start of the rain. This is Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve.
Yeah, and so then we head inside. They had all the early 2000s jams going.
Oh, it was a straight vibe. Was not crowded really at all.
It wasn't that bad. Yeah.
It was straight vibe. Now you called me creepy that night.
I did.
And I don't feel like I was being creepy. I feel like I was being extremely awkward.
Here's the thing. When you drink, you get very, very friendly.
You got to explain that to the people and to me. I don't understand what that means.
You'll talk to everyone around you.
That's true. That's true.
And it'll be just very like intimate. And you get real close when you talk. You always want to touch you'll touch a shoulder, you're very friendly when you drink.
Our brother hates it. He hates it.
I don't love it. If I'm being honest, I don't love it. It's not great.
Some people like it.
Some people do like it.
I know some people like it.
And that's probably why you keep doing it. But you just you got so emotional.
I did? What did I do?
Yes.
I don't remember.
You kept apologizing to me for things I did not ask for an apology for. And I was not even tripping about, but you were just like, I'm just so sorry. And I'm like, I don't know why, because nothing's going on.
All right. I was on an apology tour this Christmas vacation because I had those emotional conversations with mom and dad.
Yeah.
And I may even no, I didn't have time to have an emotional conversation with our brother. But yes, I was I had a lot of emotions going through. Even you get older. Yeah. You get older, you realize that your time, I'm past the halfway point of my life. Tomorrow is my half birthday to 44.
Yeah.
Like I'll be officially in my mid 40s.
This is my 40th year. I will be 40 years old this year.
So you get to it, and the people around you are getting older as well. You don't know how much time you got left, so you just want to apologize for your past wrongs and all the other stuff. I don't remember what I was apologizing for.
I don't either, because we were both drinking very heavily.
We'll have to, off air, you'll have to tell me exactly what I was apologizing for.
I don't remember. All I know is I didn't ask for an apology for it. Like, there was nothing going on that required an apology.
Well, I will say this.
You kept profusely apologizing.
I will say this, and I'm about to go behind the scenes for people out there.
Mm-hmm.
I was initially upset because it's a sibling Christmas.
Yeah.
And we went to brunch. All three of us went to brunch together.
Yeah.
And our brother decided, well, he didn't even tell us. You just knew that he wasn't going to go.
No, he did tell me.
Oh, he told you. He didn't tell me.
That's why he wanted to go to brunch, because he's like, I don't think I can make it out tonight.
Okay. So he didn't come out, and he didn't really answer his door, and he didn't say anything to me. And I was like, the whole purpose of me coming down here, and it was his idea, was to do sibling. And you said to me, well, what's wrong with me? Why can't it just be me? And I know that there's been an issue. Yeah, I know there's been an issue of us. So ladies and gentlemen, we have a younger brother. And I always tried to protect my sister from seeing my bad side. What do I mean by that? I was a hoe. I was a hoe.
You didn't do a great job of covering that up.
Yeah, probably not. Until I was 31. I had never been, if any of my ex-girlfriends from that time period watch this, I'm revealing something that they probably don't know.
They know.
Maybe not. I was not faithful to anyone I dated until I was 31 years old. So from high school I was faithful, but from 18 to 31, I cheated on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody. And so I didn't want my sister to see that. I also didn't want her to see how much of a horn dog heathen I was. So she wouldn't come out to the bars or clubs, but I would bring my brother. And little did I know that my sister would be less judgmental than my brother. I brought the wrong sibling out. But so she always felt like she was, outcast. And so you said that. It was like, what's wrong with me? Why can't you just hang out with me? I was like, that's not what it is. I thought it was going to be all three of us. So I kept apologizing because I recognized that is something that used to happen. You felt left out. And I can understand that. You're the only girl. And two brothers is out here doing stuff. But the whole time, my brother was the one judging me and you was the one not judging me.
Right.
You knew who I was and accepted who I was.
Yeah,
so that's just, I'm reformed now. I'm no longer that person that I was,
Kind of.
No. Well,
if anybody follows your Instagram stories.
Okay. So those are jokes, right?
Kind of jokes, kind of the truth.
All right. This is my private Instagram, not the unsolicited, because we keep that real, professional.
That's professional.
Even though I probably should start doing that stuff on the Instagram,
It can't hurt.
So people would get a little bit more of what my humor is. But I'm a creep. But you specifically called me a creep that night because you said I did something to the server, and I was like, I didn't even do nothing.
There was some innuendo being thrown around.
But it wasn't innuendo. I was trying to make jokes, but was so drunk that they weren't coming out right.
It came out as innuendo.
I think
because you kept asking for your drink naked, and that's not what it meant. You like, and you're just like, I like it naked, and I was like, but that's not even what it meant. Like you just really wanted no lime or something like that. And I was like, that's not. You're not even saying it right. You're being weird. Be cool.
Speaking of the apology tour, I know at the end of the night, I pulled her aside and apologized for that one too.
You did?
I know I did. I was like, hey, I didn't want to make you feel uncomfortable or anything. I apologize about that. If I offended you anyway, you know how I apologize. Yes, I do all 5 stages of the apology and go overboard. Yes. But I think I apologized to her at the end of the night. I was like, I'm just out with my sister. I'm just vibing. I meant no disrespect.
And I'm sure she was like, I'm fine. It's fine.
She said it was fine. I didn't take it that way. Blah, blah. From what I remember, I could just be playing it in my head because I don't remember. But then I don't remember the craziest Uber ride back home.
We did. So we get an Uber. We're heading back home. I don't even know what time it is.
It was before midnight.
It was before midnight. Okay.
Before midnight.
So we were starving at this point because we were drinking. I was a little high. It was
a little high. That's one thing I found out, ladies and gentlemen. My sister is a pothead, straight up and down. Straight up and down. She has a bong right by the refrigerator and right by her dog's treat. She be tricking the hell out of her damn dog, thinking that she go get a dog treat, but no, she is taking another bong hit. And I was like, damn, Jay, you getting high? Like you getting high. Like how high can you get? Listen. Now when you tell me that you can eat a 500 milligram cookie and just be okay, now I understand. That's absolutely ridiculous, but you smoke all day. Yes, you was high.
I cannot eat 500 milligrams and be okay. Nobody can do that and be okay.
Oh, I know somebody who can. I know one person. We both know one person in particular.
I know several people actually. So yes, but we do know. Yes, okay, that's true.
And that person listens to the show or watches the show. And you know exactly who I'm talking about because you gave me a Jolly Rancher one time that was heroin. I swear up and down it was heroin.
It was just normal. Honestly, I think it was just a regular Jolly Rancher.
It probably was just a regular
and it was just a placebo effect, and you were acting like you were going to die.
It was because he revealed it wasn't. So it was a he. He got high and started playing soccer with my dog with no ball. He was like, yeah, this thing does really kick. Anyway, so the Uber ride back.
So we meet a guy, the Uber driver. He was a cool young man, and we were starving. We were like, hey, can we? There's a Checkers on the way up. Can we stop at Checkers? And he was like, you got to add it to the trip. So I add the Checkers to the trip. We stop at Checkers. Of course, if anybody has ever been to a fast food place in the hood, it take you about 45 minutes to get your food. And that's just the truth. So we're just in line at the Checkers.
Well, you forget they had closed. They were closing.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to the Checkers on Donnelly Hollowell because they were closing. We pulled up and we were like, hey, man, we are starving. And he goes back inside. I thought he was just going back inside, like ignoring us. But he comes back out. He was like, y'all can go ahead. And I was like, shout out to you. Because clearly they had to, I think it took so long because they had to turn everything back on. They were shutting down.
They shut down.
So shout out to them for staying open and helping us out on Christmas Eve night.
Yeah.
It was at that point, it was Christmas Day.
No. Let me tell you how it was still not that late because after we got our food, we came back, we watched the stand up. I took a rinse off shower, got in bed, and then it was midnight.
That's true. It felt like it was 3 o'clock in the morning because we had drank so much and we're old.
Right.
So
because we left to go there, I think at 7 or 8 to the pop up. Yeah.
So it turns out the Uber driver was also a driver for some up and coming rapper that I forgot his name.
Forgot his name, but he signed to Gucci Mane.
Signed to Gucci Mane. So it's Gucci Mane.
That's what I said, Gucci Mane.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say Mane. I said Gucci Mane.
Gucci Mane. And so he started showing us this TikTok where somebody had jumped the rapper he was driving for, and he was like, yeah, I jumped in, I stood on business. I saw the TikTok. He jumped in for a second, then he jumped back out, and the rapper got his ass beat at the Macy's at Lenox Mall. And if everybody know Lenox Mall, you don't go to Lenox Mall. Like, you just don't.
The funny thing about that TikTok wasn't just my man saying that he stood on business. He jumped in, jumped out. So he nudged in business a little bit.
He didn't have to. He's just a driver.
He's just a driver.
Yes.
But it was this rapper getting jumped by three people. They whooping his ass.
They whooping his ass on one of them display beds where you can see the comforter and whooping his ass on that display bed.
And there was a couple that walked by like it wasn't nothing.
Because it's Lenox Mall. Because it's Lenox Mall in Atlanta. And you just don't go. I don't know why he was even in that Macy's. I don't even know why he was there.
Getting his ass whooped. But he held on to his chain, though. That's what the driver kept saying.
Yes, it was like a $30,000 chain. He held on to his chain. So they didn't get him for his chain, but I think they got him for everything else.
They got him for everything else but that chain. But this driver took us and he waited, because we waited in that line. It felt like an hour and 27 minutes.
Yes.
It was probably closer to about 20 to 30 minutes.
Yes.
We waited in line and we got him. We was like, hey, man, we want to get you some food. You know, what do you want? He's like, I'll just take some fries. I was like, that's all you. I said, I'm offering you some food.
Right.
I'll just take some fries.
It's late night. It's Christmassy. You don't want to eat.
But it wasn't that late.
But again, we kept saying that. Right. Yeah, even though it was like smooth 10 o'clock. It was like, it's late. Come on. What's up? Like, we want something to eat. So we get him something to eat. We were I don't even remember getting home, honestly. But it was just a crazy.
It was a crazy night. It was a fun night.
It was a fun night. Oh, and of course you see the shenanigans that is late night on Donnelly Hollowell. I think somebody came up to the car at some point. Somebody that was just on the street. That. Yeah, they came up to the car. Was like, "Hey, y'all got anything for it?" You know, had his hanging out. Another guy was waiting at the window because Checkers, you can walk up and place your order and pick up. Another guy was waiting at the window. It was taking a long time. He was complaining. And then he kept looking at the car. How long y'all been sitting here? Like it's late night on Christmas Eve. We gonna get our food, okay? But give him a second.
So I do remember that, and yes. I kept being like, "Man, why don't you chill out?" Because I was so worried that they was in there rubbing our food on their butts or something like that.
That's what you kept saying. They was like, "It's gonna be ass in our food," and I was like, "It's not gonna be." They could have just closed.
What you don't remember, because you were so high and drunk and gone, you fell asleep on the couch. We was watching Shane Gillis's stand-up.
Yes.
And you
I
fell
remember
asleep
some of it.
And I was eating the food and I was just like, I know it's ass in here, but I'm just going to keep eating it because I'm hungry and starving. But I was like, it's ass in this food. I know they did something to the food.
There was no ass.
I guarantee you it's some ass in that dude's food that was complaining.
Yes, but we weren't complaining. We were keeping it cool. We were keeping it cool. Do you
remember when he handed us food? I was like, thank you. I think I said something like, thank you, brother. God bless you. Really appreciate everything that you did for us tonight.
And he was just looking at you like, all right. So then the next day, we wake up Christmas Day. We order Dunkin' Donuts and Korean fried chicken. This is what we had for breakfast, y'all.
Yeah.
Because you had the great idea, instead of chicken and waffles, donuts and chicken.
Well, that's because I do that sometimes on my Sunday fun day, is donuts and chicken. Matter of fact, I did that yesterday.
Oh, this is a thing for you. I thought you just made that up on the spot.
Sometimes. I paid for it this morning. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes I do that. And this is probably the last Sunday I'm doing in 3 months. Because I can't live this life no more.
I couldn't. Yeah. I had one piece of chicken. I had some donut. And I was like, this is terrible.
And then Chinese food later on that night.
And then we had Chinese food, which you then combined with the rest of the fried chicken.
Yes.
So you just had this mountain of lo mein fried chicken. You kept trying to talk us into getting egg foo young. Nobody wants it.
No, that was a joke. I was a joke because our dad used to get us egg foo young back in the day.
But really, egg foo young over some white rice with the gravy,
it's good.
Slap. It do slap.
It slap. Look, you know what it is? It's the Mocha Loco without the ground beef.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. For those people that don't know what a Mocha Loco is, it's a Hawaiian.
Moco.
Yeah, it's a Hawaiian dish, and it's egg, rice, basically a hamburger and gravy and some other stuff.
Yeah,
and it's delicious.
And it's over white rice. They put the white rice, and then you put the hamburger patty on top, which is more like a small meatloaf. Yeah,
it's different. It's not a hamburger patty.
And then they fry an egg, and they put that on top of that, and then there's this brown gravy that I still can't. I don't know what the gravy is. It's just brown gravy.
Delicious,
and it's delicious. And you get it at first and you're just like, what is this? And then you bite into it and you're like, this is delicious.
Yeah.
Loco Moco. If you're ever in Hawaii, try it.
Basically, we ate a lot of bad food.
But it was
a great trip.
We drank a lot. We had a good time.
Yeah. I don't think you drank. No, I drank a lot.
At home, I'm not a drinker. When I go out, I drink.
Yeah. So you didn't really drink that much. Even like I drank, we had champagne, we had mimosas.
We had Bellinis.
Yes. On Christmas Day. Yeah. And we got that big 1.75 liter bottle of champagne. Of
La Marca.
And I basically drank a liter of it by myself.
Yeah. I had a couple glasses. Like I was feeling real nice on Christmas Day.
It was a good
We opened presents and we had a good time. Well, and look at that. We're right at the 40-minute mark.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I don't want to take up too much of your time because you told me you're getting another tattoo and you got to leave shortly.
Yes. Yeah, I'm getting another tat.
I told you, once you get one, you become addicted and want to get more.
All bets are off. All bets are off. I love it.
So what you want to tell the people out there? This is the 99th episode. We're about to shoot the 100th. It's been a great ride. Yeah. And we're not, I was going to say can't stop, won't stop, but we can't quote Puffy anymore.
No.
But, we're going to continue on to keep growing. What do you want to tell the people out there?
Listen, don't put the pressure of resolutions and intentions and all that stuff on. Listen, the world's a dumpster fire. Just get through 2024 one day at a time. One day at a time. Don't start. So I'm gonna start new habits and I'm gonna listen. Put atomic habits down. Put it down. Put that book down. 2024, let's just get through. Because we got the election coming up. I don't know what's gonna happen. Okay? There's a war. I don't know what's happening. Just try to get through a day at a time. Be kind to yourself this year. Because it's probably gonna be, that's my one cuss word for the episode, a shitstorm. But God bless. Or whatever you believe in.
Yeah. Well, on that note, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And as always, until next time, I'll holla. Whew. That was a hell of a show. Thank you for rocking with us here on Unsolicited Perspectives with Bruce Anthony. Now, before you go, don't forget to follow, subscribe, like, comment, and share our podcast wherever you're listening or watching it to it. Pass it along to your friends. If you enjoy it, that means the people that you rock will enjoy it also. So share the wealth, share the knowledge, share the noise. And for all those people that say, well, I don't have a YouTube. If you have a Gmail account, you have a YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can actually watch our video podcast. But the real party is on our Patreon page, After Hours Uncensored and Talking Straight-ish. After Hours Uncensored is another show with my sister. And once again, the key word there is uncensored. Those are exclusively on our Patreon page. Jump onto our website at unsolicitedperspective.com for all things us. That's where you can get all of our audio, video, our blogs, and even buy our merch. And if you're really feeling genuine and want to help us out, you can donate on our donations page. Donations go strictly to improving our software and hardware so we can keep giving you guys good content that you can clearly listen to and that you can clearly see. So any donation would be appreciated. Most importantly, I want to say thank you for listening and watching and supporting us. And I'll catch you next time. Audi 5000. Peace.